told me I'm your anchor, I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire we tried to hold on. We built this ship together, searching for a home. Despite the storm that hit us, we're still on board. Dancing in the moonlight, the world just stopped and stares. We got no destination, I'll take you anywhere. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed, words just come together, story that we never told. So far you're saying for my own, you said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I'll always be your captain. From our failures we have grown. You said just keep holding on. If you're about to break, oh, I'll always be your captain. I'll be your captain. I'll always be your captain. Ooh. I'll always be your captain. Told me I'm your anchor, I told you you're my pole. Through the wind and fire we tried to hold on. All the doors we've opened and all the books we've closed, words that come together, stories trains passing by our bedroom window. It feels like the writing's on the wall. You try your best to reassure me, but lately I don't believe you at all. It takes time to build up some kind of mountain. It takes strength just to sit and watch it fall. We can hope that it all wasn't for nothing, but for now I will just wait out in the hall. If I can't change your mind, then I wanna change for you every single night. Pick my clothes, run my life, 'cause I wanna change for you every single night. It's better than saying goodbye. It's better than saying goodbye. I know that this all sounds self-destructive, but I'll be the first to make it work. Use your hands and control me like a puppet, because losing your love right now is worse. We can hope that it all wasn't for nothing, but for now I will just wait out in the hall. If I can't change your mind, then I wanna change for you every single night. Pick my clothes, run my life, 'cause I wanna change for you every single night. It's better than saying goodbye. I wanna change for you. It's better than saying goodbye. It's better than saying goodbye. I'll change for you. It's better than saying goodbye.
My girl, can't take my eye off you. Can't take my eye off you. Dim girl, don't got nothing on you. Don't got nothing on you. My heart is ready for something I have been had in a long time. True love crime. I hope you know that it may hurt for a while. Let's slow down, slow down. I can see behind that broken smile. Nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Oh, you're nice, like cocoa, you're nice. Like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Ooh, driving date, watch a movie. Right by your side on duty. Not too much, not too sweet. Ooh, passion from your truly. Let me know how you feel. Hope I'm not in too deep. Be what, Phoebe, we die, fever. Won't be alone forever. Get through the storm together. Ooh, girl, make some room. I know you still, you're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread. Oh, you're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread, like cocoa bread.
Hello, Valorant Draft Circuit. Welcome to franchise Faceoff finale. Sorry, I forgot the name there for a second. I am your analyst today, Envious, and today my play-by-play is Potato and Potato. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm great. Really excited to be here for grand finals. It's been
Exactly.
pretty.
It's
been
try to see who's the best franchise out of all these teams. Try to start the next season off right by going into the next season. You can have a little bit of bragging rights about saying who's able to draft the best players out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a hell of a season, I think, and I think you can see that from the number of wins that L7 has had specifically, and that's the team that has gone completely undefeated in this upper bracket here as we go into the grand finals, and you can see that that's been reflected there. So we'll see how the Blaze is able to challenge it. Looks like we are already into agent select.
Yeah, but we don't want to count out the Blaze either there. Going from a lower bracket run is not an easy feat. And to be able to take yourself, yes, you lose in the beginning, but you come back and you're able to make a run through that way will definitely speaks a lot about your guys' mental at that point. So let's see what the picks look like here. So we're playing on Split with Blaze on defense here. Split not back in the rotation, obviously, but it'll be fun to see some Split gameplay. This will probably be the last time we'll see Split in VDC for quite some time too. So you viewers out there, enjoy it.
Yeah, it looks like we have some locks coming in already. So first on the left here, we see the Blaze defending first. Da times 8. Again, I am not going to say that name entirely. I am going to call him Geo because that is the player formerly known as Geo, also formerly known as Sakamata. And lucky number 7 locking in Chamber and Not Yalk on KO. I don't know who the last one is there. I think that is Mezok, also the player formerly known as Kozin, locking in Omen. And on the right, we have Lucky 7 with Raze, Omen, Sage, Killjoy, and KO. Pretty standard comps.
Yeah, I would say so too. I think with the fact that this will obviously have the chamber nerf in there, so this will be kind of the first real gameplay we'll see in this map, obviously, but also with Chamber's new nerf here. So interesting that Lucky 7 decides to stick away from Chamber there.
Yeah, I mean, that global trip, even with the nerfs, is still so powerful. Whereas with the alarm bot on Killjoy's end, you still have to be in a certain range in order for that to be active. That limits the where that player can be at all times.
That is true. We'll have to see how that looks out there. So, like we said, we got Blaze on defense here. We got look like the UI might be a little slipping up there, but that's okay. One second here. Pretty standard buys for most teams as well too. Let's see here.
Yeah, we're working on seeing if we can get that UI
up shortly for you guys.
including the mini map, as we can't see it either. We see that wall coming through from, I believe that's Tulips. I also can't see what player it is. And lucky number 7 holding down A main from ramps. So it looks like it might be either a slow push or a default. I hear gunshots going on in mid. But again, lucky number 7 just holding down A main, making sure there's no one lurking up as he rendezvous out. Looks like there was a little bit of damage done already in mid. Be heaven. 3 players still left alive, at least. Shababs takes one down, and Tulips looks like we do have the UI back.
We're back, folks. Don't worry.
It's a 2v2.
Spike is down.
As Lucky 7 tries to hold down the fort here and stop the defuse. Not Yalk coming in, trying to see if he can get one, but Shababs takes down lucky number 7 and Nady, and it is now going to be a 1v1, which Shabab takes.
It looks like a pretty standard push there. Looked like maybe 2 had gone through mid there, and then the rest of them had reset into B main there. Standard Sage wall to push in there. Looked pretty standard roll. I mean, standard push to get into sight and get that plan down right away. Have to see now what Lucky 7 do with their buy here. Looks like Mezok is going here with the shorty play and the B main there. We'll have to see how that works out.
Well, I mean, shotguns definitely do benefit the defense here, and he is a controller, so he should be able to get away with maybe one, if we're lucky. Looks like it is going to be a push into A main, a 5-man push as they push onto site. Everybody else rotating over quickly over on the Blaze. Lucky 7 takes one out, but Kalak trades. And it looks like they're about to get the plant down, and they do.
Ooh.
So let's see if the defense can get any headway here. It's a 3v4, armed with only classics. So difficult situation. See Shababs just pushing in, trying to take all of that space into heaven. Looks like there's going to be...
One enemy remaining.
Zach does do a lot of damage with the shorty, but isn't able to find any either. As 3 players push into CT to try and see if they can take down the last person, which is going to be lucky number 7. Isn't able to find any though, and Nady takes him down, securing the round for lucky 7.
This map, I'm very known for much not liking this map, but you can, and for part of it is these kind of maps are just so momentum based, and initially you would think that you'd want defense first, and sometimes those work out, and you know, hopefully these attack rounds kind of change it up. So let's see what they do here. I think like now the buys are somewhat even. Well, you got a bonus here coming in for lucky 7 here, so let's see if the Blaze are able to take a round back off of them.
Yeah, 4 of them armed with Spectres, although Hakub does have a Ghost. So we'll see if they're able to find any value out of going up against actual rifles here. Mazak with the first kill, but gets taken down by Kalak, and Legend takes down Geo. The wall comes down to hold down mid as they rotate over. Lucky number 7 pushing into B Heaven, takes down 1 and 2 as the rest of L7 goes in.
Ooh,
Oh,
able to get around back.
that's a 4K out of lucky number 7.
What? That's insane. See, I mean, is Chamber really nerfed at this point? This point.
I think that just goes to show how oppressive that agent really was prior to the nerf. If that agent is still so valuable and so good, even post nerf.
Definitely. I think now you can kind of see that Lucky 7 decided to go for potentially an A split here with having both Shababs and Kalak going over here towards the A with the rest of the team going through mid to see how that looks like for them.
Yeah, they're taking down that wall that goes down every single round there, but lucky number 7 finds one with the Tour de Force onto Legend. Retreats back to A. Kalak trying to see if there's anybody who pushes out here. Geo is pushed all the way out of B main. Finds Haku, but Haku sees him and is able to take him down. Let's see if there's any other presence being made here by the attack. Oh, lucky number 7 is able to kill Kalak. Tulips is playing really far back into B Heaven here. Y'all getting a little bit nervous and rotating over to B. Rightfully so. It is now a 2v3.
Ooh.
Tulips cancels it. And Shababs knows they're in trouble because he does know where Tulips is. And now it's up to Tulips and not Yolk to take site here.
These retakes are so hard on this site. It's ooh.
Not Yolk able to find one before he goes down though. And now there's just this really difficult cross.
Yeah.
Shababs and Haku. But Tulips isn't able to find any either.
It is just extremely hard to be able to get those just those retakes are just way too hard on that site. It's almost impossible because once everything gets locked in there and the whole site is just, I mean, once everybody's in positions, it's a do or die. Like you're begging to try and get out of that round. I think
yes.
Giving up the site a little bit too early, but now you might have to change it up here for the Blaze here. But it looks like L7 or Lucky 7 here are doing a full A. Watch that smoke there coming in from Shababs there.
Yeah, we see the bit of a broken buy on the defense here, and armed with Buckies and classics and everything. Kalak taking down 1 and 2. but Not Young is able to take another with a Bucky. See if they're able to find any
Lock
others.
able to get 3.
Nady is all the way
One
in
enemy remaining.
spawn. And now it's all up to Not Yolk.
Nadesy's just gone.
Not Yolk is able to we'll see if Not Yolk is able to take anyone down with them over on A. Just with a Bucky. Hakub though has lurked all the way here
Bot coming back.
into A heaven, excuse me.
There's a lot of potential
and so-
ones.
Yeah, Not Yolk is pinched here. It's a difficult situation. Not Yolk takes down Hakub, but Shababs is able to trade him out. 4 rounds on the board for Lucky 7.
Nadesy basically said, hey, I know it worked. A B worked. Let's go back to B. And it worked out again. I think it looks like L7 have, like, I think the story of this kind of match is that you want to take the momentum early and often, right? And so putting the pressure early puts one, you go into these rounds more confident considering how many narrow checkpoints there are on split here, but you just continue to build your economy and continue to control the rounds.
We do see the app coming out from Lucky number 7, although the showstopper from Kalak finds their counterpart over on Geo. But Tulips trades him out. Haku going into mid, trying to take a little bit of space here, although Not Yolk is there also taking that down. Wall is going to go down as well, leaving another area for the Blaze to worry about. And that paranoia coming in, and the aggressive. Oh, that was
Shabazz.
dirty out of Shabazz. And now Lucky 7 has all of the space to work with as they are able to just pick whichever site. Looks like it's going to be A.
Oh.
Geo with the flake. Lucky 7 with the Colette.
Oh
What
my!
the hell was that?
What?
Oh my god.
No wonder his name is the franchise name. That is insane. He is the franchise. That's the whole. There we go. The da-da-da lurk was insanely clutch for him too, just to give just a little bit of a buffer for L7. I mean, he couldn't carry them all out, but thankfully da-da-da was there. That's
we're calling him Geo. We're not rewarding that name change.
That
That was insane. What a hold. That wall, the instant wall going down in mid is immediately taken out. Tulips, though, does do a lot of damage before being run down, or excuse me, headshot by Tulips, or by Kalak. I can't get my players straight right now.
Old coming
See
in
the
here for...
heavy exit coming in, or heavy entry coming into B. Again, English is not my strong suit right now. Kalak has lurked all the way up here. Lucky number 7 isn't aware of him, but now he is able to headshot him, or to take him down with the op. Legends all the way in spawn, though. Seeing if he can get any hicks over here. Just with this lurked up position. Natyok does seem to be somewhat aware, though. Mezok is able to see and kill Shababs, whereas Legend is also able to take one down with him. And now it's a 2v3 difficult retake for Lucky number 7, armed with an op, and for Mezok, who's also pretty much 1 health. Do see the resurrection online, but not sure if they're able to find anything with it. Time rapidly running out. Oh, the timing!
The timing! Wait, no way!
Whoa. Hakub and Hakub and Nady are able to cross onto Lucky number 7 and save the round for Lucky 7.
That was what I think the kids call scuffed. It was a scuffed execute. I mean, you had your whole entire team on site. Then your Sage has to puts the wall up, forgets the bomb, and is still able to close out that round. I mean, that is best case scenario of what happened there. That is insane there. We got a broken by here or total eco almost at this point for the Blaze here. Yeah, they gotta start creating momentum here. I mean, you can't allow like Lucky 7 to have a scuffed execute like that and still close it out there.
Does look like it's going to be an execute towards A though this time. All 5 of them there. No one trying to make any presence in mid or B. Although it does look like Shababs is lurking and making his way to mid. Seems like Lucky 7 has stalled a little bit. The paranoia coming out of Mezak is able to find one, but Legend trains him out. Not Yolk armed with the bucket again, which as we have seen throughout this entire series and also this entire tournament is very valuable. Lucky number 7 noting that they are leaving as they make their way mid. Shababs has lurked all the way up into a heaven.
He could get 1 or 2 here if he plays this right.
Oh, unlucky timing for Tulips as Shababs takes one down on the ropes. And headshots to Lucky number 7. Not Young able to take down 2 with the Bucky.
Spike down A.
But Shababs is able to trade him out. Now it's a 1v1 between Gio and Shababs.
I think we had to nerf the Bucky first.
It was nerfed. Isn't that the crazy
Should've.
part?
Oh!
Showstopper not able to do any damage, really, substantially at least, to Shababs. Gio calling it to be a B rotate, but actually the bomb is going to go down onto A. It's going to be planted for Heaven. Shababs doesn't have any kind of utility online, at least not for the next 6 seconds. So he is wrapping. Potentially might be a good timing there. Shababs gets taken down with the classic.
Those
great
are the
round out
rounds
of the
you
Blaze.
need. Those are the rounds you need, because that was so well played, even by Shabazz and Da-Da-Da. Like, that, thankfully, free gun, right? Apparently, the free gun is the best gun, but he almost didn't have the read on it. This is definitely a big round for the Blaze. You just, you get 3 on the board, you're able to start creating some momentum finally. You're going back and forth a little bit, but hopefully they're able to continue to push it up here. Let's see what the buy looks like here for them. Yeah, ooh, now Lucky 7, real broken buy here. Only has the Sage Resurrection here to potentially work it out, but this is going to be a tough round for Lucky 7 here to execute on.
Yeah, but I mean, with 5 rounds on the board for on the attack side, that's looking really
I guess you
good
call it a
for
W.
Lucky 7. Yeah, I mean, on split, CT is so difficult, defense is so difficult, or excuse me, attack is so difficult for usually, but not this time. That wall coming down, instantly going down again, and those 400 credits being used up already by Tulips. Legend is able to try an entry out, but with the slow and with 2 people just sitting there in B Heaven, does get taken down. And now it's a 5v2 with broken weapons. Tulips is able to find Kalak. And Shababs, though, headshots, not Yawk, and is all the way into B Heaven, A Heaven.
Shababs.
Oh,
Shababs!
what are these headshots? Gio trying to do some sort of damage, and with Shababs only 14 health, he's gonna have to find the head pretty quickly here. Isn't able to, and Gio is able to secure the round for the Blaze.
You know what? For how that execute played out on a broken buy, Shabab's able to get 3 there. That is, as a controller's dream, is to be able to play the way he's been playing right now. To be able to, he is just locked in for his team right now. It is insane. I don't even have much words to say, because obviously it was an eco round. I don't like pushing through a Sage wall and a Sage slow on an eco round, but hey, you got 3 though. You'll take that at this point.
Yeah, and looking at the ultimates, we see that we have that resurrection and those from the shadows online for Lucky 7. We'll see if they're able to finally use that. Nadesy not able to find a resurrection yet, but yeah, we'll see if they're able to do it. And looks like that from the shadows is used on Lucky number 7, or on Lucky 7, excuse me, to go all the way to A. A lot of presence being made on B, a lot of utility also being used. Gio's able to take down 2 in B. And now it's a 2v4. Well, Mazak does have that from the shadows, though, to rotate quickly over to the A site. But you're right, they don't have the read. They're predicting an A push. 3 all posted up in A. Definitely was thinking about the knife there.
Oh, definitely. You could definitely see it in the way his POV was playing out there.
And now Haku all the way up into CT. Mezok possibly aware? Oh, but Haku's able to find his head. And now it's all up to Not Yelk and Tulips. Shababs with 1 health, though, is able to clean up Not Yelk. Now there's just ring around the Rosie. Haku able to find 3
That
entire
Shababs
round.
bait was amazing.
Yeah.
Just to spray him down to get the Sage to walk out, and then to just leave the position. How? That is so smart. You know what? Every day I see this game and I think about like, oh, how could I be a better player? And normally we just spray to BM, but spraying to bait is just that way Haku could walk out from heaven and peek him. Just beautifully played by Shababs. That's so well played. And now they're just going to these rounds. You could tell Shababs is playing potentially best game of his life, maybe.
I mean, 20-5. That's
Standard.
a lot. That's
Standard
pretty standard as a controller. Not Yelk with a shotgun again in that dark cover, trying to see if they can find anything. And lucky number 7 is able to find Kalak, but Haku is able to trade him out, pushing into mid. We do see that resurrection finally coming through from Nadesy. And that wall to try and take space on into B through vents. Tulips boosted up on that wall, is able to find Kalak's head. And Hakub, though, is able to still make it a 2v3 situation with that trade there. The spike's going to go down onto B.
Spike planted.
The Shababs lurk here in mid is going to be super important here. If he's able to get Not Yelk here, it'll probably be end of this round and potentially a save.
Yeah, I don't think he was aware. Now Shabab's going into B heaven where they are trying to find Tulips. Now they have that information that she's definitely coming CT. And that slow up coming through. Tulips not able to find anything
Shababs
there.
with a 3K. Shababs is Thanos and everybody else is doing their best to fight this here. This is the game of Shabab's life. I can't even say, like, as a controller player myself, I aspire to be Shababs. It's insane.
We
the
see
rounds
some
are insane.
We see some really aggressive plays coming in from an Omen, which is, I think, out of all the controllers, the best one.
For that kind of play, gameplay, definitely.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But I think,
still,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah,
but
no, you go ahead.
Thankfully, it's producing. It's working.
See the showstopper coming out, is able to find one, but sees the rest of them there. And that heal coming through to try and rescue Geo. The Killjoy ult coming in, the lockdown, thank you, coming through to try and take the site, but the wall comes through from Sage to slow it down. And now it's just been a lot of ults coming through in this last round. As KO's ult, the null command comes through. Shabab's able to find 2 heads onto Mezok and lucky number 7.
He's calling for the ace.
Oh, almost lined up there. Not Yelk is able to find Legend. Oh, gets caught out with the...
Oh, Nadesy with the final kill there. But you know what? I'm assuming Shababs is a great teammate and said, you know what? I don't need that ace. It's okay.
Yeah,
Wow,
round
what a
win,
good
round
half.
win.
What a good half. I mean, that is insane there. I don't even know how they were even able to push in there. That was insane. I think that the Blaze here definitely need to create some fast momentum. I think they need to change the pace up and put the pressure on Lucky 7 here to get a couple rounds here. Definitely, A4 is very doable. If you win this pistol, you're able to at least get 2 or 3 rounds out of it. Especially on split. Especially of all kind of maps split. It's so weird seeing it again. It's so fun to see these kind of games from here.
You know, I kind of miss split. Not gonna lie.
Not me.
I said kind of. We'll see Nadesy coming out with a wall to try and slow down any pushes from A. Walls are pretty important on the first round as pistols are so much more difficult. We see the first pick coming from Geo onto Legend and the heal coming through to bring him back to almost full health. And those paint shells to try and make space in events. Kalak, however, looked up through. Is forced to retreat though back to Heaven. Kalak knows that there is coming to his team that hey, they're all in vents, they're coming through.
Ooh.
Oh, my right clicks don't work like that. Shababs, however, able to trade out onto Geo, and Tulips does find Shababs. So now it's a 4v2. The wall coming through on Tulips. And Nadesy forced to retreat. That spike will go down. Not Yalk finding Hakub's head. And it's all up to Nadesy. Mazak with the fake teleport to try to psych out Nadesy. Nadesy wrapping all the way around from ramps.
Tough.
Yeah. Oh, it's able to find Mazak, but now the Blaze knows exactly where Nadesy is.
Oh!
Oh my god! That heal coming through. 4 bullets left. Is able to tap the spike and wrap.
Both heals came through too.
Tulips is aware. Oh, the right clicks. Yeah, the knife fight is coming through, but it doesn't matter. Tulips has been able to buy enough time for Nadesy, or for that spike to go off, giving 1 round on the board for this first half to the Blaze.
The knife. the for how that round started in the 1v3 situation to end on a knife. Best case scenario. That's best case at this point. But now you got some buys here for the Blaze here, so hopefully they're able to turn it around and continue the momentum. Actually, it looks like it played out kind of funky, but they were able to get some rounds here. But I think now we got looks like a cross set up on B, but they don't have the read though on it.
No, that wall quickly coming through and Nadesy for A main. They are aware he's there. He's forced to retreat and gets quickly run down by the Blaze as they push quickly onto A into Heaven. It gets a little bit of a team blind, but it doesn't matter. Geo is able to find Kalak as they push into and takes so much space from Lucky 7 here. Hakub able to find a timing through that smoke. Is able to find Mezok and also Geo, but Tulips trades him out. And now it's 2v1.
Hello?
Very difficult situation. Legend at 1 health, basically. Oh god.
No way!
No way that worked!
That is the Molly, the fact that it bounced in literally the perfect spot. I wish we could have seen exactly where how he bounced off. It looked like he may have bounced it off of like the train information. I'm not entirely sure, but that was wow, what a way to break the economy there. That's a big confidence starter.
They were able to convert that round. That's so unfortunate for Tulips. I really want to hear the comms there from Lucky 7's team when they realized what had exactly happened from that fragment grenade.
And it looks like we are in a tech pause here. We get to see that beautiful Reaver Crambit there.
Oh my gosh. I mean, because I am so poor now. I just bought the whole bundle.
Beforehand. I don't blame you.
I made, when I first got this game, I said, I'm not going to spend money on a free game. Then I bought my first skin. And now I've just bought my first bundle.
I respect that because, you know, who needs money when you have Reaver Crambit at this point?
Listen, any amount of serotonin, right? Any amount of serotonin.
Exactly. I mean, for the game itself, Lucky 7 obviously have been able to take that. They really took that momentum back from the Blaze there. And at this point, if Lucky 7 are definitely probably potentially going to win this next one, and it'll be a 10-5 situation, will be extremely tough to come back from that, especially on split there. Especially when you're on defense starting 9-5. It's going to be tough here as we check out the construction going on in split here. Have to see
someone over in an observation, having a little bit of fun going through and exploring the map. To be fair, I would too.
I do not doubt it. I mean, look at this beautiful building. Probably like a beautiful hotel. Probably costs like $600 a night potentially.
You know, it is called Split for a reason.
Interesting. It's a good observation there. We have to make sure we write that in the notes there. But
Hire me, Riot.
yeah, we definitely get us on VCT, Riot, please. Anyway, for the Blaze itself, I mean, what can you do here but other than try and take back as many guns from Lucky 7? I mean, you had your guns, you had your bonus, and to lose it back, you have to try and take as many as you want back, obviously, here. I mean, how they're set up right now, you have looks like a 2-2-1. So you have 2 on A, 2 in mid there potentially with KJ holding from heaven with the whole supports Sage there. But if how I think it's going to play out, where Race is going to push out a melee from Garage, that'll be a pretty tough ask. Especially broken combi.
I think Lucky 7 I think the Blaze's only option here really is to deathball somewhere and just try to take down guns, overwhelm whoever is trying to hold down that area with classics, and just try to do as much damage as possible. But, you know, the damage to their economy has already been done from that last round. Looks like we might have a disconnect, by the way, in case people were wondering what kind of tech pause was needed. So right now, you're going to have to enjoy the Envious and Potato Aim
this is definitely a
podcast.
Wi-Fi diff. Yes, exactly. The podcast that we're potentially starting 2023 there. So just be on the lookout. We're going to be exploring each map through observers and then talking in detail about what we like about each map. So we can start off with the Crown Coffee. Haven't had it yet, but looks delicious.
What's your usual coffee order, Envious?
Oh, I'm very much a simple like cold brew with some like vanilla cream there, but I have to drink like 2 coffees a day because if not, I am extremely tired.
Looks like the timer has restarted, by the way.
Oh, no. We'll have to talk about our coffee later.
Well, we don't know if we're going to have that podcast come back at some point. I will tell you my coffee order at some other point. So it does... Yeah. It does look like there is a bit of a split, no pun intended, into B, mid, and A. Might be a bit of a default on classics, which is also a smart move. Just try to see where everybody plays and get a little bit of information out of this round, as this round probably will be a foregone conclusion. But hey, stranger things have happened. Shababs
flash by Legend.
Yeah. Shababs, however, able to find not Yulk. The rest of the Blaze all stuck in B main here. And Kalak able to find 2. Now it's all up to Mezok, who is still trapped in B main.
With the bomb on view, so...
Yeah, I think at this point, maybe try to take up some sort of position to rat on somebody, but it's pretty difficult here. Yeah, Nadesy is aware that Mezok could be pushing up into mid, as there is no point in saving that classic. And Nadesy is aware and is able to secure the round for Lucky 7.
Yeah, not much to say there. I mean, with Lucky 7 getting that flawless, the Blaze didn't do what they needed to set out. At least take a gun or 2 off of them. Now you go in with a buy, but potentially this will be a massive, massive round for Blaze here. You're essentially asking to continue the match by winning this round. If you don't, it'll be pretty tough to come back from a potential 12-5 at that point. So we'll have to see what the Blaze cook up here. Look like they're going for a full mid at this point with potentially Sage holding for Garage there.
Yeah, and you will see that Lucky 7 has stacked A, although now there's a quick rotate coming in through vents. Kalak trying to go for a bit of a flank here through sewers, trying to catch the people who are mid off guard. Nadesy trying to hold down B Heaven, but isn't successful. However, Kalak is able to find somebody with that lurk, but Tulips trades him out. And that showstopper coming through from Geo to try and make some space here. A bit of a Rosa ult. Hot Coop just holding down sight here, is able to find Tulips, but Geo trades him out. Now it's all up to Shababs and Legend. Oh, but not y'all, because they're able to push all the way into that, make that space, and now it's all up to Legend. Oh, he was blind for most of that.
This is winnable? This is... Oh, they're holding up the cross here.
Yeah. But Geo is 1 health. Very difficult.
Enemy remaining.
And now it's up to Lucky 7. Oh!
The knife pull out!
Knife pull out!
Unlucky. Hey, but... That's,
That
you know
was-
what? You'll take that, though. You'll take that, especially... I mean, yes, it did mess with the economy a little bit, but... You definitely needed to make sure that you secured a round here. You had to secure that round. And it got
Yeah.
closer with Legend kind of going crazy in Sano mode there, but... Now, Blaze can finally, hopefully, create some momentum here. We got, looks like a 3-2 split here with 3 on A, 1 going mid, and 1 holding for Garage there, potentially.
We do also have 3 ultimates ready on Lucky 7's side, so 2 of them will be really helpful for retake, and that resurrection too. So we'll see if they have to use it. Shrab's up in this elevated position, try and rat out anybody who tries to lurk in. Lucky number 7 is
shot.
able to find Legend though in B Heaven. They're taking up all of this space mid.
They're giving it
But
up for free.
retreats.
And they... Ooh.
The Blaze is going through sewer to try to make it to A. I think they're getting a little bit of information from Geo that A is pretty much
Completely
given up.
free.
Well, Kalak and
Oh.
Nadesy are there. Oh, they made a little bit of noise. Geo's now aware. And now they just
They
left.
had it. Oh, went for
They're
the
just
res.
going through mid.
The resurrection there.
Not Yelk ratting out of the smoke here. Is able to find one with the Bulldog onto Kalak. Spike does go down onto A.
Ooh, what a shot.
Shrabs is aware that Not Yelk is sticking around. And Legend's null command comes through to try and retake site. In a bit of an unfortunate spot. Not sure if that res will be able to come through. Is able to bait it onto Haku, but Nadesy trades him out. And
Ooh, good
they
win by the
will
nice.
they will shortly know where both of them are. Oh, Lucky 7!
Standing.
Legend takes the trade though. Now it's all up to Tulips to try and hold down the site and stop the defuse. Lucky 7 trying to go for another fragment. Miracle. And Tulips was able to buy enough time, and so
There
was Lucky
we
number
go,
7.
Blaze. That was a good round. What a beautiful execute there. Allowing the formerly known Geo, aka pushing, getting that lurk on A. You never really typically see lurking raises. Only in my own ranked games do you see that happening there. So that execute was beautifully planned to get all the rotation. They moved all of Lucky 7 to mid there and brought the bomb back to sewer, and they had a free execute. And yes, you were brought down to a 1v1 situation, but you definitely want to make sure that you're executing just similar rounds now. Now they're going full B.
Yeah, it does look like all 5 towards B here. Although, if you look, you'll see that Lucky 7 has pushed all the way out of B into mid, trying to flank in through market as they get that information where they are, but they are rotating back. They're not taking any of that space. Geo is able to entry into site for free.
Now it looks like they want to. Now they looks like they want to push all through garage there.
Yeah. Which might be great timing here. We do have that smoke coming through. Mazak getting some information, finds 2 with Bulldog. Finds 3. Nope, that's not Yogg. Not Yogg stole that one. See that shrouded step coming through to take that aggressive step. Haku coming in with frenzies. Trying to find a gun, but is unsuccessful. Not Yogg finds the last one on Nadesy.
Yeah, I think
Great
if the Lucky
execute.
7, yeah, if they committed there sooner, they could have gotten at least another pick off of that. I think, obviously, I think they kind of hesitated there with the rotation all the way through B. It kind of looked like they stopped through mid, didn't want if they go heaven or not. But I think they pushed through there sooner. They probably would have gotten a little bit more value out of that eco round there. But now
Yeah,
it looks like, yeah, go ahead.
I think they were trying to deathball, honestly, with that broken buy, but just were unsuccessful.
Got a Haku bolt here, so potentially we'll have to see how that looks.
See a fast push onto A here. Trying to find that Killjoy as all of that utility is set up into A main, making the entry difficult. But there's also all 5 of them going into A heaven here. Kalak gets information that they're all there, and those paint shells coming through will do some damage. And is able to find Mezak's shoulder. And the paint shells onto Geo. Lock now already has another set of paint shells. Shabazz is able to trade him out though, and Tulips. Now, lucky number 7 and Tulips, and now Geo are going to have to try and find some space onto a site here soon.
This 3v3 situation here. I mean, they kind of have the pinched in. I don't know.
Kind of.
They have to decide who they want to push first. And I think if they're able to push Legend here, they would definitely be able to get over to B here.
Yeah, I think the move here is to just all three go at the same time and move together. They have to try and win these 1v3s and try not to get taken down by anybody either.
30 seconds left.
Pace is slowed down quite a bit. Nazy gets the information, is able to find 2! Now it's all up to Geo. Oh, but isn't aware how Koob is lurking up right behind him.
The patience.
And time is rapidly running out.
10 seconds left.
Has 9 seconds left to get the bomb down. Nobody on site to stop him, so he will probably be able to get the bomb down here. But it doesn't matter. Koob is there to clean it up.
That was a beautifully played round by both teams. It could go either way at that point, right? You had Legend, Koob, and Nazy just having every angle covered and forcing them like, hey, if you're going to rotate, you're going to have to take the long route. And it didn't work out this time. Unfortunately for the Blaze, they had to lose their momentum there, but thankfully they still got buys coming in here. And maybe see if they take it back. Got 3 ults, though, to work with. Some pretty good ones at that, too. So maybe they can get it back.
Yeah, I think the only avenue, of course, that they weren't aware of, since of course they can't see the mini-map like us, probably would have just been to go through sewer and try to make it through mid into B if they wanted to rotate, but they just wasted too much time up in A main or in A heaven there.
Definitely there.
You want to play? Let's play.
Looks like they're going to slow things down a little bit with a default, a 1-3-1 default. You just see a little bit of utility being used to try and gain some space. A little bit of
Kinda
spamming.
tough. These are the rounds where you get anxious. When there's no information coming out, you're not really getting a read on anything, you're kind of scared there.
Yeah, get a little bit antsy.
I definitely do.
They have managed to lurk all the way up. Kalak has probably heard Geo to make one footstep and sees those paint shells. The tour de force coming through on lucky number 7. Tries to find one, isn't able to, but doesn't matter. Da-da-da. Or Geo. Sprays down 2. And though that showstopper coming through to find another one is able to take down Shababs with it. However, Legend is able to trade it out a little bit. Kaku thinking about using the lockdown and trying to retake site. But just barely has the shoulder peeking out, and lucky number 7 is able to find them with the tour de force. Now it's all up to Legend. Or
Gets the first, but he's pretty weak.
Found the
Yeah,
first.
14 health, yeah.
does have the knife available. Trying to see if there's anybody else lurking up behind him. Doesn't find any, so he knows it's safe. But it doesn't really matter. The Blaze has some pretty great crosses set up. And lucky number 7 cleans it up.
Good job on the Blazer. That was a real good execute from them. I think they may have noticed a pattern where their faster executes are getting punished earlier. So I think if they default a little bit more, what it seems like Lucky 7's doing is they have to push out sooner to try and get that information. Obviously, with only having with the KO knife and being in, it looks like he's been playing A for most of the round, and actually both of their information gatherers are on A there. So all of B and mid have to hold angles, and that's where they get punished.
Yeah, and the Blaze did have to use 2 ults for that too, so it was expensive in terms of that, although they only lost 1 player. Looks like it will be a mid push though, with 1 lurk coming from Not Yalk over on A.
How is he alive?
Geo's already in. I know. How is he alive? Legend's trying to stop them with that fragment grenade.
Snaps!
What?
How? What? How did he do that? It's insane.
Oh, Hakoop with the lurk up. Going for the knife again. But here's Geo. The timing could get 2.
No!
Doesn't matter.
Haku!
No, Young trades it out. Doesn't matter though. That was expensive for the Blaze. Now it's off to Shababs, armed with a Vandal now. Oh, the timing.
7 bullets for Shababs.
That paranoia coming through from Mezok. And now from the shadows. Sticks the ultimate. And the other two are still in heaven. No, he's on site now. But it is planted for heaven. That one way coming through, making it very difficult for Shababs to try and take it. Is able to
Shababs!
get the round! That's a 4K for Shababs.
Check that man's PC. It is... He may have some kind of buff in there. He may have a big brain buff. I don't know. That was beautiful. That was insane.
Envious, this half has been a little bit slower for Shabazz. He had already dropped 27 by round 13. But he made it all up with that 4K.
That was 35 and 12.
If he aces this one round, he'll get 40.
That let's see a 40. Let's see a 40 piece, please. I would love to see it.
Shabazz is just smurfing. Alright, it looks like it will be a BXQ, 5-man BX, a 4-man BXQ with lucky number 7 lurking up mid here. They have been slowed down quite literally by that slow orb though, so that fast execute not going to be as effective. But we do see the null command coming through from Not Yogg. Tulips is able to take down Shababs, no ace for you. However, there are 3 ultimates online for Lucky 7 though, 2 which will make it very easy to try and retake here.
Nice speed.
Yeah. We do see that null command coming through as well as the lockdown. And now it is all up to Geo. Not quite planted for him. Finds Hakoob's head and that resurrection for Legend coming through in the paranoia. Oh! Geo! But they both swing him at the same time and can't close it out. That will be map 1 for Lucky 7.
Wow, what? You know what? All of those rounds are pretty competitive. You remember, I mean, most of the rounds came down to 1v1 situations, 2v1 situations. You can't knock out the Blaze here in this second map here, but that was well played by them.
Well played, for sure. And what a banger of a map, of a first map, as we go into a short break before we move into the second one. Envious, how do you feel about this next map? Do you think it's gonna go any differently?
I mean, you can't, like I said, you can't call out the Blaze here, but looks like we're going into Breeze next. So that is a map where it could be anybody's game there. That is aim duel central. Like, so the Blaze have, and it's the Blaze's map pick here. So this might work out better for them in terms of not playing on split. I think everybody would favor not to play on split. But,
I think you're a little biased, not gonna lie.
But either way there, I think the Blaze here have real potential here. So considering they had a lot of, I mean, definitely if they're going to have to play with the Chamber there at that point. We'll have to see if they put in a potentially more Jed or another duelist at that point. Different kind of duelist, but we'll have to see how that plays out for them.
All right, we will be back with map 2 in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, Valorant Draft Circuit. We are on to the second map here. My name's Envious. This is Potato Aim. We're going to Breeze.
Hello.
Very excited to see more Breeze gameplay here. From the cramped map of Split to the openness of Breeze is going to be so insane. What do you think, Potato?
Well, Envious, I hear Breeze is one of your favorite maps of all time. So I'm excited to see you cast this one.
Yes, we love the same 5 agents every time. Anyway, with Breeze, though, I will say, thankfully for other teams there, like Paper Rex, starting to do more interesting things here. We have the picks coming in here. Let's see if anybody does anything from the norm here.
Instant lock from Geo.
Jet, obviously.
Jet,
almost guaranteed at this point.
Shababs with a Viper, the all-important Viper pick. Not Yuck, and I can't see who that is on the screen. But I think that's...
Legend. That would be Legend.
No, Legend is on Sova.
Oh, that would be... VDC
Haku.
logo is blocking Haku. There you go.
I was like, who are we missing here? Pretty
And
standard picks. Actually,
yeah.
the exact same picks coming from each side.
Big mirror pop. But we got looks like
Really
Lucky
diverse.
7 on the Blaze.
Really
defense.
diverse comp.
Yeah, definitely definitely sending it out differently there. May have to, looks like a very interesting comp there. Never seen this before.
Not once.
Literally. Surprised though,
comps
like
coming in.
but Kalak though not playing his normal Brim. He usually plays Brim on this map here. So
Brim on Breeze?
I haven't played one. If not, it's always been Jet on this map.
I think it was Jet.
It had to probably have been Jet at that point.
Yeah.
Have to see here what with Lucky 7 here on defense. They all went A first there, but with maps like Breeze here, it's always better. Typically, the standard attack here is everybody go into B right away or A right away, and no one ever really tries to fight mid here. But it looks like Clock here might be stream sniping here because he totally heard me and wanted to go mid as well.
Yeah, stream sniping with a 2-minute delay.
Exactly.
All right, we see a potential quick execute coming through with Mezak trying to take that first orb. Getting a little bit of information for Lucky 7 here. Although Nadesy is forced to rendezvous out, Shababs finds the very first kill of the entire map onto Lucky number 7. As someone has lurked all the way up. It seems to be Not Yok. Oh, is able to find Shababs rotating over from CT. Isn't aware someone's right below him. Kalak is able to find Not Yok as the rest of the Blaze get backed off. Except for Tulips. Seems like the round has slowed down quite a bit here. It's all up to Tulips and Mezak, both very low health.
And they're going for the B rotate here. They said, you know what, A's not working. Let's go B. That might be a good idea.
It is still valuable to try and find a couple picks here as well as the plant down for the Blaze.
Doesn't seem like Lucky
30
rotated
seconds
at
left.
all though.
Well, they can afford to. There are
guess
4
that's
of them still. You just have to move as a unit there.
And definitely Blaze are both basically 1 health together.
Exactly. Let's see, 28 health, 18. They have quick maths, 56 health combined. That's pretty tough.
Quick maths.
Quick maths. Oh,
Ooh.
Kalak sees one of them, knows where one of them is, and is able to find Mezak in the second peak, and Legend cleans it up. And that will be the defuse for Lucky 7.
This is a tough round there. I think Viper Walls typically, Potato and me talk a lot about Viper. We're both controller players, and we've talked a lot about how that Viper Wall on A, while it's such a great wall for those quick executes, as you get further into these rounds, you want to start putting the wall deeper onto sites just to create more space for your team. It's easier to fight with when you have most of the site than like 25% of the site. And I think that on Lucky 7's side, they had just a perfect execute there. Thankfully, no one truthfully went most of it there. So we'll have to see how they change it up here on an eco or on a buy for Lucky 7.
Also, because I just realized I did my math wrong. 46 health combined. Before someone comes for me.
We're casters. We are not mathematicians, right?
It looks like it will be an A execute on the side of the Blaze. Tulip's trying to make a little bit of space up mid, Paul's, although Hakoop is able to find Lucky 7 and Lucky number 7, and Kalak is able to find Geo, so it's now a 3v5 situation. And Shabazz with the quick rotate flank, and it's just trapped the Blaze over in caves. They can't rotate at all. Tulip's tricking out one classic for another, but Kalak is also pushed out into caves and take up all that space. Really difficult situation for Not Yogg to achieve there.
Yeah. There's not much to say. I mean, Lucky 7 are just going to continue to push in and take over. With these buys like this, kind of surprised he bought some Spectres there. You typically see more Marshals come out on these kind of maps here, but now it looks like they're going to upgrade here and try and secure more rounds for them. I think the Blaze here now decided, you know what, let's try B this round, but it looks like they might just be going full 5B there. Got an op coming in for Nadesy.
Yep. Third round operator.
Ranked diff. Nadesy here.
Mezak droning in to try and force that rendezvous out. They know that that space is able for him to take, but it doesn't matter because they are taking B. Quick execute onto B here as they look to get that bomb down quickly. Kalak, however, has pushed through, but is forced to retreat with that dash. With that tailwind. And now the Blaze has been able to take up some space away, but Shabazz is able to find one. Where was he?
Shabazz was on the site the whole time. I thought they would have cleared him out way sooner. That is insane.
My God. Hakoop finds 2 with that knife there. Pretty easy, I think, for Lucky 7 to defuse here, as Hakoop just sticks it. Yeah, tough.
Trying to save that gun. Shabazz at the 3K and stayed on site the whole time. No one cleared Shabazz. You definitely know the comms are like, hey guys, Shabazz is on site the whole time. Let's make sure that we clear that next time. You thought that they would have cleared it sooner. I thought the knife may have sought him out, or because he was standing in the back of B, and I thought they would have cleared it sooner, but had no read on it. So they just said, let's go back to A. Let's leave the bomb and just fight for it.
We do see that Viper's pit online for Shabazz already on round 4, which will make holding site pretty easy. It's the only ultimate that's up, actually.
Ooh, look at the B push. I mean, the mid push from Lucky 7.
Yeah, it looks like it will be. They will try to do an A take with Not Yogg lurking mid to try and pick off any flankers, if that's what they're looking for. Hakoop, however, does get taken down by Lucky number 7, trapped in that Viper screen, or that toxic screen. Black does find that lurk in mid onto Not Yogg. 3 players, 2 players trapped on right pyramid here, although Geo is able to trade out. 3, Geo go crazy. Shabazz with the lurk around. Oh, he's able to find 2 heads. Now it's all up to Lucky 7. And
someone
Shabazz
sign
is able to pick it
Shabazz. Bring this, sign that man. That man is going insane.
Hey, yo, I heard
Time
Sentinels
again.
lost. Sentinels. Look at this one over here.
Hey, if you need a smoke player, I know you just lost in LCQ here. I know Shroud may be leaving, but Shabazz is available. The amount of times that Shabazz has been able to close out rounds for them in both maps so far, and it's only been 4 rounds. It's dominant. It's pure dominance.
What a spray transfer too onto Geo. It makes that retake so easy. That 1v1 that Lucky number 7 is then forced to be in. Nadesy with the operator in mid, taking up that space into mid.
More of a standard default here, putting both chambers in mid here.
Oh, Lucky number 7 says, nope, that space is mine. Looks like it will be a B take though, potentially. Shabazz Viper Pit does come through to try and take up all of that space as the Blaze retreats into mid to try and take the other site. And it looks like they're going to go through double doors, although Hakoop with the link takes down 2.
Evens it out. Oh, and Hakoop's just playing for his life at this point.
Geo finally trades him. Now Kalak and Shababs, excuse me, are rotating quickly over to A. That Viper's Pit is now down, and now it is all up to Shababs. As we have seen, totally doable for Shababs.
You just feel that presence of Shababs everywhere. You have to clear everything. You have to check everything. Shababs is there somewhere. And
Yeah.
good plan here by planning in the bottom of pipes here, but they may not have a read of exactly where Shababs is at.
They will now. As not, oh, the flick onto Nayok to secure the round for Lucky 7. The Blaze is really struggling to find some sort of footing here. 5
And
rounds in.
The penguin
And is able
dab. Penguin dab on everybody. That is... I don't even... Blaze did the right thing by putting Chamber in mid there, instead of having your flashes and have your KO executing with you as well. And they had the right read in terms of being able to get the picks down, but the presence of Shababs is otherworldly. It's basically like Shababs counts for 2 people, and you can't do anything about it at this point.
Yeah,
Hopefully they figure it out soon.
Instead of a 5v5, it's a 5v6.
You want to play,
It's not even a
let's
Sage.
play.
Love this Viper wall here, covering off that angle there, so he has to peek doors first.
We do see the Torrid Force coming through from Lucky number 7, and 4 other ults that are online for the Blaze. So it may be an expensive round for the Blaze, but at least it's a round. Shabab's already pushing up with this advanced position and is able to find Nayok's head. Mezok, though, is able to trade out and find 2. It's a 3v3 now. Tulip's making a little bit of space and noise over on A. Along with Lucky number 7. Lucky number 7 is able to find Hakub. And Mezok still just holding flank. Oh, but the timing.
Welcome to my world.
And we see the Viper's
if you
Pit
saw him.
coming through. That's going to be so important. It's 2 ultimates out. And we also have Mezok's Sova ult coming through, that Hunter's Fury to try and secure plant. It's going to be pretty difficult for a Lucky 7 to take this site, but hey, we've seen more unlikely things happen. Oh! Oh! Tulips with the flick on the Shabazz! Legend, however, does find Lucky number 7. Now it's a 1v2. It's all up to Tulips and Mezok. Nice round. Now the Blaze is finally on the board.
Well played by the Blaze. They massively needed that round.
They really did.
They had nothing else to do but get that round. It was almost and it looks like we're going to the beach here. But however, let's go back to what we're talking about here. Lucky 7, for even if the execute wasn't the greatest, they had the read where you send that beautiful Viper wall through elbow and mid there and allow Kalak to be able to push into mid with his operator and still have support for the push in case he got punished. But now it looks like they're gonna completely control mid there, and Blaze don't want to go that way either.
Yeah, I mean, but they've left B completely at this point. It looks like Shababs did try to take an advanced position through elbow, but Nayok was aware and is able to find his head. And we see that null command coming through from Nayok as well to entry onto site.
Legend as
Going
well
to be
too.
pretty
One
val-
through elbow, 2 through
Yeah.
elbow. Ooh, this is gonna be a potential fight here in elbow.
Oh, 3v5
Cannons.
though. Favoring Blaze. Oh, and it's going to be a 1v3. This quick round of trades coming through. Geo, however, cleans it up for the Blaze. 2nd round on the board. Much needed.
Definitely. Now you're trying to create some momentum. Just how we talk about with Split, right? The Split maps, Breeze, they tend to be a lot of very momentum-based games or momentum-based rounds. And as soon as you start winning one, you start to build that momentum up. And, you have to, even if you're the Blaze, every round counts. And even for Lucky 7, you're happy you took 5 on defense. You're going into this you're going to be going into the next half, pretty okay. But for the Blaze here, every round is important. And now it looks like we're going to have a 5-on-5 fight right to the entrance here.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, it's just a spray down for Mezok, although Shababs is able to find him. Gives 1 gun for Lucky number 7, but it doesn't matter. Geo cleans up 1. Does need to use his tailwind to get out, though. Is able to find 2, and now it is all up to, I think that's a Legend. Yep, all
The
up to
full
Legend.
Halls push. Oh, unfortunate that they. Let's see here. I think. Geo. That's okay. You did your job, Geo. Legend with no idea where anyone's at. You have to.
You know, I wouldn't count out Legend just yet. I mean, while the Blaze has taken up all of that space, I think we've seen that Lucky 7, excuse me, can pull miracles out of nowhere. Although Lucky number 7 has definitely heard those footsteps coming through to double door, so there will be that information coming through to the Blaze. Yep.
And he got
Went through Sussy.
3 in a row for Blaze. 3 in a row. That's a very good start there. What a good execute. They had hulls for free. And I don't even think Shababs and Hakub even saw anybody in hulls at all. So now you can do that same execute. Now they put the trip there, it looks like there. But you had the full push. You had the execute. So great executes are starting to create some momentum here.
Yeah, even with the Chamber nerf, it still shows why Chamber is a map pick, as a must pick on map picks, just such as Breeze. That trip in halls allows you to take so much more space there.
What an interesting
See the Viper's pick coming through to elbow, trying to take all of that space. There's only one way for the Blaze to make entry now, although Geo is already on site. Lucky number 7 finds Shababs, making it free elbow take for the Blaze. We also see the Hunter's Fury coming through from Mezok to try and keep that space.
That's a 2v3 situation here.
Have one ultimate online from Legend. That Hunter's Fury.
Ooh, he's able to get one here. If Nate's is able to get one.
Yep, we see that Tour de Force. But it is hard to retake a site with an operator. And now it is all up to Nadesy. And Lucky number 7 finds his head.
Chamber on Chamber Crime and Blaze have started to now take this momentum back. This is a good attack half for the Blaze here. You have to be happy here that you started to create some momentum here. I think that Lucky 7 definitely need to change it up here. The Blaze have started to read the aggressive pushes very quickly. Now look, Shababs tried to ult an elbow and it didn't matter. They took that space back instantly. And you had the double push through mid there, and they took that space back there too. So we'll have to see if Lucky 7 either change the pace or Blaze push the pressure on them.
Yeah, and it looks like it will be something leaning towards B, although it looks like they are playing slow this time with Geo on the lurk here into A. Trying to cause a few problems for Lucky 7 if possible. Not y'all trying to get some information. Gets information that there are 2 in either mid-tunnel or elbow, looking to get some space in the elbow. But Legend is able to find Not Yolk. No one is able to get the trade on the Legend either as he makes a quick retreat.
Careful.
Looks like they are rotating A, and Lucky 7 is also rotating off of A.
And now they have to go back now at this point. And
Well, Shababs has stuck with the rotate. Hakub is now pushing out of double doors. I think they're worried about a mid presence here, which they should be. Lucky number 7 is there.
we may have heard that step there by Lucky number 7.
Possibly. Is definitely aware that there is one now, but isn't
Lucky
looking
7
at that
with 3.
direction. 3K here for Lucky number 7. Shababs, however, able to find Geo. Nadesy, armed with an operator, is
4K.
there. Possible ace. Oh, no ace for you, Shababs says. Now it's a 1v1, but Shababs is 5 HP. Doesn't
The
know where
mind
she
games
is.
by Shababs.
Oh!
Shababs! He said, I see your 4K and I'll take it back.
And I'll raise you.
And I'll raise you a round win. Take all the Shababs. No matter, now we have firmly established if Shababs is alive, the round is not over.
The round
the bomb
is
down
not
is not
over.
It is not over. The round is not over until Shababs is off the map. Be able to take all that momentum back. Thankfully, though, Blaze have to be happy here regardless. But it looks like Lucky 7 just, yeah. If Shabazz is alive, we still got a chance. 1v5 don't matter. 1v6 potentially don't matter. But now it looks like Blaze want to go back to B here with Shababs and elbow, and Kalak holding that tight
You
angle there
want
on
to
B
play?
Hendry.
Let's play.
We do see that Viper's Pit available for the Blaze, though, and the Rendezvous has been pushed out. Oh, I love this wall, allowing Kalak to just hide in ladder, but it doesn't matter because that drone is able to see him, not able to take that. Shababs, however, is able to find Not Yalk's lurk. I think he's lurked there most rounds at this point. See that Hunter's Fury coming through to try and stop the plant, buy time for the rotate, but the Viper's Pit comes through as well, making the retake even more difficult for Lucky 7. Geo's taken up this advanced position on half wall, try and find one. Lucky number 7 finds one again with that Tour de Force. Hakub, however, is able to trade out and still make it a 3v3. And we also see that null command coming through from Hakub to try and retake site. Nadesy with the flank. Is able to find Mezak, but they are aware of his flank now. Is able to find one, and are they able to find Tulips? They are, with enough time on the clock to defuse.
You couldn't have played that round any better, right? You have everybody basically walk around the Viper's Pit to clear it, and then that way you all pinch in on the Viper's Pit there to kind of put Tulips in a tough situation to try and re-clear everything from her Viper's Pit. That is almost undoable at that point there. But Lucky 7 started to take the momentum back. They're starting. They got two rounds off of them now. So regardless, you go into this, this defensive round's pretty happy here. We'll hopefully see if Blaze can make it a 7-5 here.
Yeah, we'll see in this last round if there will be any difference. The difference here is that there are two ultimates online on one ultimate online on each side here. Shababs will definitely be looking to use that Viper's Pit to try and hold down a site or hold down an area of site or to retake, which would be very helpful here. Geo has already, however, has already activated the Bladestorm, and now we do see that Viper's Pit to take space on A, forcing a rotate from the Blaze, but made more difficult by Kalak's presence in mid. As Lucky 7 gets that information that they are rotating, and Nadesy and Kalak, though, clean it up for an 8-4 half for Lucky 7.
Blaze here, yes, you didn't win as many rounds as you would like on attack, but like we said, this map is somewhat similar to Split in the sense that, win a couple rounds, you can start to create some momentum, just like we saw. Again, another 8-4 half here. Hopefully, potentially, the Blaze are able to hold off Lucky 7 here for just a little bit longer until they can tie it up here. Now it looks like Lucky 7 wants to go almost full beat here. Looked like he was pinging potentially someone go up elbow there. Gonna see, obviously, you want your Sova to dart for your jet aim.
Observer.
Oh.
You can't catch us.
I'm just going to interpret that as lots of yeses.
Yeah, he's telling him exactly where to go in elbows, and he was shaking his head.
Yes. And it will be a B execute. 5-man execute from Lucky 7 onto site as they're able to
Get the
find
bomb down
a quick
fast.
1-2-1 trade here, and the bomb down is down quickly. Two people through mid tunnel trying to retake site. Mazak might get cut out with util here, but doesn't matter. He's able to pull out his gun in time. However, Shababs has taken that forward position in that and is unaware of it. Ooh. Shababs! Somebody sign this man! Lucky number 7 is able to take down Nadesy, but it's pretty difficult here. 20 HP.
Shababs with the free gun! 3K. Free gun 3K. That is, you cannot say enough about Shabab's awareness of how the map is playing out there. Every single opportunity Shababs has put into a clutch, he has delivered. Like first day delivery FedEx, like same day delivery. Like it's just insane to see the amount of awareness that Shababs has been able to control every round here. It has to shake your mental a little bit if you're the Blaze there, that you just cannot stop this man.
Yeah, going into a tough round here. Kalak has bought a Vandal second round of half. Tulips with a shotgun.
Give me one.
Though, with a shorty.
Gets two!
Two! But it doesn't matter, they're already on site. The timing. Is
Tulips!
Kalak Tulips secures. That is able to convert that round. That's insane.
Tulips
My
raises her
shorties.
hand and says, "Hey, I'm a pretty good controller too." That was obviously shorty diff, but
My shorty does not work like that on Breeze.
they didn't catch her at all. She got the first pick and just walked past her, gave her, said, "You know what? You can go back. It's fine. We'll just try and plant while you're there." And now it looks like Blaze want to try and do something different here. Keep Tulips in mid, or no, for B there. I'm sorry, and then have 3 go mid. Insane. We'll have to see how that looks.
Looks like it will be a 2-3 split though. 3 in mid, 2 in, already pushing up into elbow into mid tunnel. Possibly a B take here. Mazak getting a little bit of information. Nadesy able to tag one, but Nadesy does get a little bit of damage as well. Nayok is able to find the first kill of the half, or of this round, onto Kalak, but Shababs trades. Now they're gonna push into site. More or less free plant. Tulips.
Oh no.
Oh! Pulls out the drone at the wrong moment. Tulips is trapped in B main here, but is able to find Hakoop's head with that Spectre. Pretty difficult though. Oh, Shababs online for a possible ace. Again. Let's see if that actually works this time. Geo's
Made it
position
2v1,
here a
but
little bit difficult. On half wall here, trying to take as much space there, but Geo's time is quickly running out. Oh, Legend steals the ace away from Shababs. Doesn't matter. They secured the round for Lucky 7.
10-5 half. It is going to be extremely tough. But again, Shababs, the dominant presence all over the map. We don't typically say one player does matter in terms of games like this, but Shababs is looking like LeBron James out there. He's just dominating everywhere, every facet of the game. Shababs is taking over. You have to tip your hat off to it, because it's just insane to see controllers play like this.
Yeah, and we do see that Viper's Pit online for Shababs too, making a clutch situation even more important here. Chio takes down Nadesy though, and is able to use his Tailwind to get out quickly, as well as a Cloudburst is trapped in this little corner here. I don't think they know. Oh, but Kalak is able to trade him out. Lucky number 7 picking off Shababs. So now that Viper's Pit has been taken offline, Kalak is able to find one though, but not Yok trades. Now it's all up to Legend. One is blinded and is taken out.
Nice job by Tulips there. Look at now. Blaze said, "Listen, we still want to play here. We're not done yet," and have started, hopefully, to create some momentum for themselves. But nice job by there to Blaze to get that stop back.
It ain't over till it's over.
It definitely is not. We've seen many a situation where teams have come back from deeper than this.
Thanks.
One thing I did notice there, I don't know if this was in previous rounds, but no one has used a timeout once. We saw in the group stages, no one has used a single timeout. Either they are very confident or don't feel like using a timeout there. Let's keep the pace going. Let's put the pressure on everybody. Usually timeouts sometimes can work in your favor, but sometimes they can work in the enemy team's favor. So you don't want to create too much momentum there.
We see a 3-stack onto B here with Not Yulk and Geo taking up that space for mid in case there is a mid push, but it looks like it is going to be an A execute on the side of Lucky 7 with that KO 0 point coming through to try and take some space, and the Viper's Pit coming through as well to secure the plant. It's gonna be a difficult job for the Blaze to try and take site. As we both know as Viper mains, it's pretty difficult. However, Kalak is able to find one. Now it is all up to Tulips. Is able to take down that Viper's Pit. But Legend is able to trade it out.
So we have to say now Tulips better than Shababs? Question mark? Either way, Tulips there was able to Viper diff? Either way, Tulip's able to seems to shut down. Is the only thing we want to shut down. Maybe it's just the controller mindset. You know, we know how these controller players play, and we have to do our best to try and stop Shababs. I think that's what the comms are coming in through there for them. Now it looks like they want to do a potential fast B here, it looks like. And then have a 3-2. We have for the Blaze here, a 3-2 split for leaving mid completely free here. Actually, no, it looks like Chamber's going to peek out here.
Looks like Lucky number 7 is going to get the first pick onto Kalak. As it's a quick mid. Oh, Nayok's able to find one. Backs off. Smart move here. Still pretty difficult here. Nadesy is able to find tulips though. And Shababs is able to find Nayok's head. Legend is able to quick trades here. As now it's quickly become a 1v1 and Shababs with 28 health available.
Ooh, the recon scans.
It's all up to Mezok. Try and secure this round. Taking a little damage. Oh, the timing. Shabab's angles, man.
Did Shababs create Viper? I don't. Maybe he just has a book that I didn't read about Viper yet. I don't understand the like we said, he has a potential 30 picks between both maps. 30 and 30. That is insane. I don't even know what more you can say. It just seems like obviously one team player is not the whole team, but you just have to. It's just insane. We don't even know what to say. It's just insane.
Shabab's on track to get 30. It's going to be a quick take here. Geo gets quickly taken down as well. That Viper's pit coming in from the Tulips on B side to hold it down, but it doesn't matter because they are making their way onto A. Toxic Stream coming through to also secure the site and take up a little bit of space. Shababs has lurked all the way out into mid to try and take this lurk. Try to see if there's anybody who's rotating over. Nayok seems to be kind of aware. Oh, but turns away at the last second! The timings. And now it is all up to Lucky number 7.
Got the first. Got the second. 3.
Got the second. Yep, 3. Takes a little bit of damage from that Hunter's Fury. Is aware of one at double doors. Legend is trying to spy as much time as possible. That Molly. Oh, and it's not enough. Shabab cleans it up, giving the franchise face-off winners to Lucky 7. What a banger of a series.
Yeah, for 2 maps. And yes, the scores wouldn't dictate that, but those were some bangers. We saw some amazing plays by both teams there. But we have to, tip your hat off to Lucky 7 there, just showing why they are the best franchise. They have Shababs. I mean, what more can you say at that point? They have amazing players on all teams, but Shababs is definitely a different kind of controller player out there.
Yeah, I mean, that was just insane gameplay from Shababs and from Lucky 7 in general. They had great team coordination. They were able to capitalize off of the picks that every team member was able to get and find a lot of value in that as well. And I mean, the Blaze had great rounds too. Just, no Shababs.
No Shababs. And just, I think that the coordination kind of faltered near the end there. Once they lost that round to take that lost the momentum, I think it just kind of fell apart from there. But you know something, Potato? You know what's interesting? This could be one of you viewers. You could be Shababs if you sign up to play for Valorant Draft Circuit. Combine start tomorrow, and you are more than welcome. You like that? You like that, huh? That
Imagine shilling. Couldn't be me.
Listen, we have ad reads. Our ad reads only consist of Valorant Draft Circuit signing up for the combines that start tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Come play. Come be a part of this circuit.
Listen,
it's very much fun.
I almost didn't do combines. I almost didn't do VDC. I ended up an advanced tier champion. So I mean, it could be you too.
Listen, I got second place. So I mean, that's good.
I mean,
that's great.
WIGL is all I'm saying.
WIGL. Either way, if you enjoyed this, follow us on all our socials. Twitter. We have YouTube. We have Twitch. We are everywhere.
We have a Reddit account.
We have a Reddit account. So you're more than welcome to come and be a part of this circuit. It's a great league, and with the end of the season we can call this the end of the season today with Lucky 7 being the best franchise in Valorant Draft Circuit. Obviously, Anti-Tilt is the best, but You can be, like we said, you can be a part of this starting tomorrow. My name is Envious. This is Potato. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for allowing us to cast and play by play. We've enjoyed it, allowing us to make our mistakes and be goofy as you know what. So we appreciate it. You all have a good night.
Have a great one, y'all.